Most traders do not lose because they had the wrong idea. They lose because they bought too early. Price drops into support. They assume rejection. And they hit buy before the market has actually confirmed anything. Then support fails. Value keeps migrating lower. And what looks like a great location turns into a trapped long. Smart money does not buy because price touched a key level. They buy when the auction shows rejection clearly enough that risk is defined and the target makes sense. In this video, I'm going to show you how professionals confirm a rejection before buying, what most traders get wrong, and how this changes your entry, your invalidation, and your targets in NQ and ES. And if you want the full framework behind these concepts, that is exactly what Trading on the Edge is built for. The channel gives you the practical application, and the book gives you the full operating model in one place. Here's the core problem. Retail traders are trained to think in levels. They see prior low, VAL, VWAP, deviation, overnight low, composite LVN, or a major support zone, and they assume that touching the level is enough. This is not enough. A level is only a location. A location is not a trade. Remember, the market is an auction. When price pushes into a lower area, the real question is not whether support exists. The real question is whether the market is accepting lower prices or rejecting them. That distinction is everything. If lower prices are being accepted, buying is usually just stepping in front of continuation. If lower prices are being rejected, now you may have asymmetry. Smart traders are not predicting reversals. They are reading whether the auction is failing to do business lower. What rejection actually means. Rejection means the market probed lower and failed to find acceptance there. That is the key phrase, failed to find acceptance. This usually shows up through some combination of aggressive selling that cannot continue, price extending below structure and snapping back, inability to hold below value, absorption at the lows, a failed auction or liquidity sweep, responsive buying entering at a meaningful structural location. So rejection is not just a candle wick. A wick by itself means nothing unless it sits in the right context and is confirmed by behavior after the probe. That is where most traders make the mistake. They see dramatic candle and think that this is the signal. Professionals care more about what happens immediately after the probe than the probe itself. Now, this is what smart money actually waits for. Smart money is not one group of pressing a button, but professional traders tend to think the same way. Location first, confirmation second, execution third. They want three things. 1, meaningful location. The first question is, where is this happening? Is price probing into prior day low, session VAL, composite value low, LVN, VWAP, or one of the sigma bands, a prior failed auction area, a clean structural low where responsive buyers should logically appear. If rejection happens in the middle of the range, it is usually poor quality. Mid-range trades are where discipline goes to die. The best long setups happen when price reaches a meaningful downside extreme, where the downside continuation case is clear and the reversal case has to prove itself. This creates asymmetry. Number 2, evidence that selling is failing. This is the heart of confirmation. Professionals want to see signs that the sellers who push price lower are no longer getting paid. That can look like a sweep below a prior low that cannot hold, a heavy selling delta with little additional downside progress, absorption at the lows, stacked failed attempts to continue lower, a return back above structural reference after the break, and value rotating back upward after a downside probe. The principle is simple. If the auction truly wants lower, it should stay lower. If it cannot, something has changed. Number 3, a clean structural invalidation. This is where the trade becomes professional instead of emotional. A good long is not just about entry. It is about where the trade is wrong. If rejection is real, price should not be accepted back below the rejection area. That gives you structural invalidation. That is how you avoid random stops. Your stop is not based on pain tolerance. It is based on the point where the auction has proven your idea wrong. The wrong way to buy rejection. So let's make this practical. The wrong way is this. Price sells off hard into a prior low. You see a big wick. You buy the first bounce. You place a stop somewhere arbitrary below it. Then price retests it, trades lower, and you get flushed out. Why does this fail so often? Well, because you bought the idea of rejection before the market confirmed rejection. You bought a possibility, not evidence. Professionals understand that the first reaction from a level is often just short-term profit-taking, passive buying, or temporary liquidation, or temporary illiquidity. That is not enough. The market needs to show that lower prices are not being accepted. Until that happens, the downside auction is still valid. The professional confirmation model. Here's the framework. Step 1. Identify the structural location. Before the session, or at least before the trade, define the major downside references. For example, prior day low, overnight low, VAL, composite value edge, LVN, lower VWAP band, prior session excess low, or an unfinished auction area. You are looking for places where participation should matter. Step 2. Let price test the area. Do not anticipate the turn too early. Let the market probe the area and show its hand. If price reaches support and immediately stalls, that is information. If it slices through aggressively and holds below, that is also information. Your job is not to force a bias. Your job is to observe whether price is accepted or rejected at the extreme. Step 3. Watch for failed continuation. This is where confirmation begins. Ask yourself, did price break the low and fail? Did aggressive sellers hit the bid without producing meaningful extension? Did price quickly reclaim the broken level? Is the auction unable to build value lower? This is the shift from support might hold to lower prices are being rejected. Step 4. Wait for reclaim or responsive confirmation. The highest quality entries usually come after reclaim, not during the emotional flush. Here's an example. Reclaim of prior low after a sweep. Reclaim of VAL after trading below it. Reclaim of VWAP band after an extension. Rotation back into the prior range after a failed downside auction. This matters because reclaim shows the market is not just bouncing, it is re-entering prior business. That often gives you a much better entry with much better trade logic. Step 5. Define invalidation and target. If you are buying rejection, your invalidation is typically below the rejection low or below the area that should not be accepted again. Targets should be logical magnets, not random reward multiples. For example, return to POC, return to VWAP, return to range midpoint, opposing value edge, prior intraday supply node, next HVN. The trade is strongest when the invalidation is tight and structural, and the target is logical and auction-based. That is a symmetry. Okay, here's an NQ example. Let's say NQ opens weak and rotates lower into prior day low plus session VAL. This is a meaningful downside location. Good, now we start to care about this potential trade. Next, price flushes through the prior day low. Delta expands negative. Everyone assumes breakdown, but price is not getting paid lower. You see repeated selling into the lows with very little extension. Then the market quickly reclaims prior day low and rotates back above VAL. Now rejection is becoming real, but what changed? It wasn't the level, it was the behavior. The first break suggested continuation. The reclaim suggested failed continuation. That is a completely different auction condition. A professional long is not taken just because price tagged the level. It is taken because the market attempted lower, failed, and then re-entered prior value. Now invalidation is clean, renewed acceptance below the failed auction low. And the likely magnet are also clean, VAL interior, VWAP, POC, and maybe even the VAH if the rotation develops. That is what a real location plus confirmation trade looks like. Why does this matter so much? This concept changes more than entry timing. It changes your whole trading identity. When you wait for confirmation of rejection, you stop trying to catch every turning point. You stop buying weakness blindly. You stop defining trades emotionally. You stop treating support as a command instead of a reference. And you start trading behavior, not hope. That is a major upgrade, because good trading is not about being early. It is about being aligned with value migration. And in futures, especially in NQ, being early and being wrong usually look exactly the same on your P&L. So here are some common mistakes. Mistake 1, confusing a wick with rejection. A wick is only a clue. Without context, follow-through, reclaim, or evidence of failed continuation, it is just a candle's shape. Mistake 2, buying mid-range because the market looks oversold. Oversold in the middle of structure is not an edge. Professional longs usually come from structural extremes, not emotional impressions. Mistake 3, ignoring acceptance. A lot of traders see a bounce and stop paying attention. But if price starts building time and volume below the level, that is acceptance. And acceptance matters more than your opinion. Mistake 4, no structural invalidation. If your stop is based on dollar amount instead of auction logic, you are not really trading a framework. You are just managing pain. Mistake 5, forcing rejection on trend days. Some days the market is not rejecting lower. It is discovering lower. You do not get paid for calling a bottom in a one-way imbalance. What professionals look for instead? Professionals ask better questions, not, is this support? But they ask, is this a meaningful structural location? Did the market attempt lower? Did it fail to continue? Was the lower auction rejected? Has price reclaimed prior business? Is invalidation clean? Is there a logical target magnet? This is a serious process, and that process is exactly what keeps you out of low-quality trades while keeping you commit harder to the right ones. So here's the core of the lesson. Smart traders do not buy because price touched support. They buy because the market tested lower prices and failed to accept them. That confirmation often comes from failed continuation, absorption, reclaim, and rotation back into prior value. Trade location matters more than the trade idea. Confirmation matters more than prediction, and invalidation must be structural, not emotional. If you build this into your execution model, your long trades become tighter, cleaner, and much easier to defend. If this has helped, go study your last 10 losing longs and ask one question. Did I buy actual rejection, or did I buy the idea of a rejection? That review alone will improve your execution. And if you want the full framework behind these concepts, like failed auction, value migration, acceptance versus rejection, and structural invalidation, my book Trading on the Edge was written just to give serious future traders like yourselves the complete model at a far more accessible level than a high-ticket course. Use this YouTube channel and the book together, and that is where the framework really starts to compound. All right, well, I will see you in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.